Welcome to Project Pro Code Recipes. In this video, we are going to learn on how to do feature recursive elimination of feature using decision tree. So this is my code snippet. I have copied this code and I have pasted that in my Jupyter notebook. I will explain to you the code over here as well as run this for you. So let's get started. First of all, what is recursive feature elimination and why do we need that? So now, suppose in case of larger data sets where you have 100 or 200 features, you cannot run you cannot give your model the complete 200 features to run on, as it will increase the time complexity. Many of your features may not provide or may can also reduce the accuracy of your model. So in those cases, you need to recursively or you need to select out the most important features for your models to get the best result. PCA, which was principal component analysis, was one of the method for selecting for reducing the number of features, but it is only a method to reduce the number of features. It doesn't tells us that how many that what should be the number of my features to get the most optimum result from my model. So in that case, recursive feature elimination comes into play. So what it does, basically over here we are performing recursive feature elimination using cross validation too. I'll explain to you everything, but first of all, let's get familiar with recursive feature elimination. So what recursive feature elimination does, it recursively selects your features. It first picks up all the features and trains your model on those features. It also provides weight to individual feature. Now it calculates the score, and after that it drops the feature that is provided with least important score. After that, it again calculates the mod it again builds up the model with the number one less feature or the feature that it has dropped, and it again calculates the feature score, and as well as the accuracy for your model. And after that, when in the next successive iteration, it the model accuracy starts decreasing. It stops its feature elimination, it stops its recursion, and prints out the most optimum number of it and prints out the most optimum number of features. So this was all about recursive feature elimination. Now let's get started with the code. So over here I have defined my function. These are two general print statements. In order to ignore imported warnings, and I filtered them using warnings filter ignore. Now after that, I've imported my necessary libraries. So NumPy, sklearn.datasets. Now sklearn is a very powerful library which provides me with a lot of preloaded datasets. It also gives me the power to make my custom dataset for my machine learning practice. So from sklearn.datasets, I've import make regression. That is, I want a regression model. It you could have also selected make classification, which is used for making classification data set. Now after that, features from sklearn feature selection imported RFECV. This means recursive feature elimination through cross validation. So what does cross validation does? It prevents your model from getting overfitted. So actually, in cross validation, it splits your data sets into the number of cross validation sets that is given by the user itself. It trains the, suppose you give k number of cross validations to do, so it means it will split your data into k number of small subsets, train your model on k minus 1 subsets, and test on it on k, so that your model picks up all the patterns from the data set. Now, in RFECV provides us the power of selecting my model for doing recursive feature elimination. You can use random forest, uh, support vector machining, etc. Over here, I am using decision tree regressor. Now, now for XY, make regression n sample. This means I want 10,000 samples, n features. This means create 30 number of features, and 8 should be informative. Now print x dot shape. After that, I'm initializing my decision tree regressor. So decision tree regressor is initialized under the name D tree. Now I'm initializing my RFECV. So RFECV estimator should be D tree. Step should be 1. This means take one step at a time. That is, eliminate one feature at a time. Now scoring is neg mean squared error. CV equal to 4. So cross validation equal to 4. I explained to you cross validation is, we already have more videos on our YouTube channel regarding specifically about cross validation. You can check them out. Now verbose is equal to 1. This means print out each iteration that you are performing. If I put verbose is equal to 0, it won't print out the number of iterations, it won't print out the information of the number of iteration that it is performing. N jobs is equal to -1. So suppose your computer is octa core. This means your computer can do 8 parallel processing at the same time. Now when I put n jobs equal to -1, this means utilize all the cores of my computer for these processing. And if I reduce my n jobs to 4, this means do 4 parallel processing at the same time. So over here I'm using all the cores of my computer. After that rfecv.fit and rfecv.transformx. Now print rfecv. This means this will give me my rfecv that I have initialized. Now optimum number of features dot format. This means rfecv dot n underscore features gives me the total number of optimum features. So after that I also want to see which are the optimum number of feature. So np dot where rfecv support is equal to false, 0. Now this statement is going to give me the important features that it has selected for me. So let me run this for you. It's going to take a while. rfecv is a slow process. Okay, so you can see after that it has given me this was what verbose was about. So it is printing each and every after fitting estimator with 6 7 features there, and after that optimum number of features is equal to 6. Now these are the total number of redundant features. So this statement was basically false equal to 0. This means where all of my this means give me the number of features that are not important for me. So excluding this all the features, you can use the all the rest of the features for training your model. So this was all about codes in this video. For industry related project you can visit our website, and for more code recipes like this you can visit our website or YouTube channel. You can also request for customized code using click here function over here, and the URL for this code is available in the video description below. Thank you.